Hello, everybody. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. Tonight, we're going to have General Delta Jango on the program live at 9 p.m. It's going to be a super chat. You will be able to support the show as well as ask questions of both of us. You can also support the show by becoming a member. It's not a requirement. It's not going to change the show anymore. It's just a way of getting some extra perks that regular viewers don't get. And it's a way to help support what we're trying to do here, talking about peace and justice and trying to promote understanding, trying to do our small part to help heal a very torn and divided and scarred nation. And again, that's 9 p.m. live tonight with General Delta Jango. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button so you know when we're on. Please like and share the video as well. Get the word out that Delta Jango is going to be on here live tonight at 9 o'clock. I want to talk just briefly about Attorney General Daniel Cameron from Louisville, Kentucky. The person that was responsible for presenting the case to the grand jury, and the person basically responsible for making certain that there was not going to be justice while legal proceedings were in place. Justice was not going to be forthcoming. Daniel Cameron's a black man. He's married, rumored to be married to Mitch McConnell's granddaughter. He's definitely a Mitch McConnell protege. If you don't know who Mitch McConnell is, he is the senator, one of the senators from Kentucky. He is the Senate Majority Leader. He's a lifelong politician. He's worth about $35 million, and he gets paid about $160,000 a year. So it makes you wonder, where did all that other money come from? Corruption. Amy McGrath is who's running against him in this election. The other senator from Kentucky is Rand Paul, and he's the candy ass that felt threatened when people were screaming at him because of his asinine decisions and his backwards thinking. He said he was threatened, and he and his wife thought that they were going to lose their lives when they were surrounded by protesters. And he is not up for re-election. He's going to keep serving. But Amy McGrath, if you're in Kentucky, vote Amy McGrath. If for no other reason, she's not freaking Mitch McConnell, okay? Daniel Cameron, the Attorney General, he is, again, a Mitch McConnell protege, if not part of the family. And nothing is going to advance as long as Mitch McConnell has anything to do with it. So vote him out. Last night, the 502 live streamers, hashtag 502 live streamers, I talk about them all the time from Louisville. We're going to see something from a couple of them here briefly. Jason Downey, JASONDOWNEY, follow him on Facebook. Go back and watch the entire video of the few moments we're about to see. The same with Maxwell Mitchell, MAXWELLMITCHELL, Maxwell Mitchell. Follow him on Facebook for the entire video of what we're about to see. First cut we're going to see is from Jason Downey, and it's from yesterday, protest march. They encountered some Oath Keepers. Talked about the Oath Keepers, one of the four national media or national militia recognized by the Southern Poverty Law Center, the NFAC, commanded by Grandmaster Jay, is one of them. The Oath Keepers, the Three Percenters, and the name of the fourth militia escapes me. The NFAC's the all-black militia that we've talked about on here. Again, we're going to have General Delta Jango on tonight at 9 o'clock, and he's with he's the leader of the NFAR, another one of the black militias that's growing here in the country. And this decision on BREONNA Taylor is just going to increase recruitment for all groups, for all sides. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at some footage from Jason Downey with an encounter with 3 percenters and protesters, or I'm sorry, with Oath Keepers and protesters that thankfully ended peacefully.
Oh, these are Oath Keepers. These are Oath Keepers.
Fuck you. Nobody give a fuck what you is, bitch. Fuck you, fuck this mud. Fuck you. Fuck him. Fuck
Shit.
him. Definitely fuck him. How y'all feel about it? Black Lives Matter? Fuck you. Your life don't matter, bitch. Don't matter, man.
Man, they
Keep
should.
going. Keep going. Get your shit. Don't shoot.
Excuse
Get
me.
your shit. Get your shit. All right, look. Get your shit.
Yo, watch out for this truck. This motherfucker's about to pull back. Yeah, these people are Oath Keepers. These are militia. These are militia that are here to protect us, apparently, or protect whatever. Oh, militia.
I have to wonder if this might be the next Kyle Rittenhouse, the 17-year-old boy from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Resemblance is rather uncanny. Wanted to give you just again a few seconds of that and go to Jason Downey to see the entire video. Next is what happened today in the square. Happened just a few minutes ago, actually. And there was a press conference with BREONNA Taylor's mother, with her sister, with her aunt, with various attorneys, and with Tamika Mallory, one of the founders of Until Freedom. And this footage again comes from Maxwell Mitchell. And you can go to Maxwell Mitchell's page on Facebook. I'd advise you to do so and to watch the entire press conference.
For BREONNA Taylor and for Kenny Walker and for Janiyah, who we need to love up on. As I lay there and I thought about him saying he's a black man, I thought about the ships that
She's talking about Daniel Cameron being a black man.
With our people on them over 400 years ago. And how there were also black men on those ships that were responsible for bringing our people over here. Daniel Cameron is no different than the sellout Negroes that sold our people into slavery and helped white men to capture our people, to abuse them and to traffic them while our women were raped, while our men were raped by savages. That is who you are, Daniel Cameron. You are a coward, you are a sellout, and you were used by the system to harm your own mama, your own black mama. We have no respect for you, no respect for your black skin, because all of our skin folk ain't our kin folk, and you do not belong to black people at all. We learned that on the same exact day that this announcement came out, it was the day that in September of, I forget the year, 1955, which was 65 years ago. Emmett Till was also killed again, denied justice, because the two white officers responsible for, the two white men, responsible for killing him were let free. That happened on the same day. Now, I don't know if it's just that Daniel Cameron is stupid, or that he is very, very, very clear about history and made a decision to wait 6 months and come forward with this announcement, this garbage that we received on the exact same day that Emmett Till's family received the same result. And but I want you to understand how wicked he is. How wicked he is. And how wicked this system is. Attorney Sam Aguiar, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I gotta say it. Y'all know I pushed the envelope too far all the time. Attorney Sam Aguiar said he spoke to the Attorney General's office and told them, do not have Tamika Palmer come all the way to Frankfurt, which is an hour drive away, to hear bad news and have to drive back. Do not do that to her. You can call on the telephone to tell her bad news. And that wicked man called for her to come there anyway and had this black mama to have to drive home with her sister and her family after hearing that they didn't even mention her daughter's name in the damn indictment process in this grand jury hearing. How dare you? What kind of man are you? How dare you? And we are not going home. We will make sure that this city is as uncomfortable as it can be, and we intend to travel across the state of Kentucky and make sure that in every corner of this state they know who you are, Daniel Cameron, and who is upholding this system of white supremacy that continues to oppress our people. The last thing we will say is, Mayor Fisher, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Do not think for one moment that you're going to hide behind a settlement or hide behind reform that we are happy to see that you actually support it, but it must be implemented, and we have to make sure that that work is done. But the main thing that matters at this point, you can have the National Guard, the Army, the White Militia, whoever you want to have here, LMPD, whoever you want to have. Anybody, turn them loose. Tell them, turn them loose. But until you fire those cops, until your investigation returns the results that the police officers who murdered, they said they were mad at me for using the language murder. I said what I said. They murdered BREONNA Taylor. And until those officers are fired from this department, I promise you, we will continue to make these streets hot.
Again, Tamika Mallory, go to Maxwell Mitchell on Facebook to see the entire press conference, including remarks from the attorneys, remarks from the family, a lot that we just don't have time to show. We got monolithic thinking. We got thinking that all white people think the same, all black people think the same. It's not the case. Obviously, Daniel Cameron doesn't think like a lot of other black people. You heard her say he's skin folk, but he's not kin folk. He's the same color, but he doesn't have the same mindset. You saw some people there in the militia that looked a lot like me. We obviously don't have the same mindsets. It's the American Doofus Show. We're going to be live tonight at 9 o'clock with General Delta Jango from the NFAR and one of the black militias, black self-defense groups is how I'm going to term them, because the black communities of color are under attack, have been for a long time. There's been a war, going on, just not a lot of shooting. It's the American Doofus Show. I love you all. Thank you so much. Again, subscribe, like, and share. We'll be back at 9 o'clock live with General Delta Jango from the NFAR. I'm the host of the show. I'm Barry Welsh. Don't be a doofus. I love you all. Stay alive.